Hello ladies and gents, I'm the Beanie 101 and I'm back with some more Dark Souls 2. We finished off last time round in Hyde's Tower of Flame, I believe, and we'd just beaten the Dragon Rider. And we'd spoken to a young cleric lady who kindly let us buy some spells off her, some miracles. So we're going to go back to the Tower of Flame on the basis that there was one half of this area that I don't think we've explored just yet. And it's the area that we had a look at when we were peering through our binoculars when we first got to the area. So I think I can work my way back down this way. Dragon Rider was relatively straightforward. I've learnt a little bit about my playstyle, about the fact that I probably roll around a little bit too much, and with the shield that I have I can probably stand toe to toe with these guys a little better than I have done so far. So I'm going to try and put that into action. There we go. Oh, didn't quite have the shield up in time that time round. Stop swinging. And he's down. So these summon signs are, I'm guessing, for the Dragon Rider. I don't know why I'm still seeing them. My weight is way up there at the moment, so I need to think of some way that I can reduce things down a little bit to enable me to roll a little better. Leather gloves, leather boots, Dranget mail. You know what? Maybe I'll go back to my starting armour. It's significantly worse, and it's actually quite heavy for what it is. That puts me down to 68.5. I don't like, to be perfectly honest, I don't really like the look of it. Maybe I'll just get rid of the Morning Star. Does that mean that I can wear the Dranget mail again? Yes, it does. Okay, it was the Morning Star that was putting me overweight. That's better. So I've got a shield and a mace. A shield and my chime in one hand, and I've got my mace in the other. So hopefully these guys are going to come at me one at a time again. Or is this other dude's going to come towards me as well? I think he is. So I think I'm going to be facing two here. Which makes things a little more interesting. Oh, rolling again. Run off a little bit. Oh wow, this guy's overtaken him. Right. I've got to be wary of my stamina here. It's the two-handed guy that I really want to take out. Both finished swinging, hit them. Roll away. Oh, he got me. I've got to be careful of my health. I've got to make sure that I keep this shield up. Oh, here we go. He's missing me, and I should be able to get around the back of him. Down. Phew. Had a bit of a sharp intake of breath there. Let's heal up. And continue onwards. There's going to be one more guy in here. But he should hopefully give me no trouble. Come on. Circle around. Oh, this guy. Oh. And one more hit. And he's gone. It takes a few goes, it takes a few chances, but eventually you get to learn the enemy's moveset. And I do like the fact that it's all about trial and error. But the first time that you you give this thing a playthrough, my god. There are times when you're absolutely sitting on the edge of your seat. Now, let's go in and hit him. Ah! I was torn between diving out the way there and getting another swing in, but I should be able to take him down now. Heal up again. And let's show this guy what's what. It's that second hit, it seems to come around quite a lot. Maybe if I stay close to him, I'm not going to get done by that second swing, but... Oh, I missed! Yeah, no problem. And he's dropped an item. Old Knight Armour. Let's give that a look. Okay, it's pretty good. It's very heavy. And... I don't know, I'm not sure whether I like the look of that. I think I prefer the Dragonslayer armor. And it's nearly crumbling. It has really low durability, so... yeah, probably not for me. Dragonslayer mail it is. Yeah, that'll do. I'd love to know who this Captain Drummond is. Drummond's ancestors served as Dragonslayer for generations, principally as defenders of the Great Fort, but Captain Drummond is the last of his proud line. It's unusual that they give a distinct name of somebody in the item descriptions, unless they're like boss items. So I'm intrigued as to who this Captain Drummond character is, and whether we get the opportunity to find out a little bit more about him later on. That second hit just clips my shield. But I think I've got this guy's number now. Those guys with the shield, no problem. Ah! And we have another lever that's popped up out the ground. I think I know what this is going to do. This looks distinctly like a drawbridge. Shit, it's not. Okay. Oh wow, I like the way that the chains sort of move after the bridges collapse down. Ah, lots of summon signs. I think we know what this means. It means that there's a boss ahead. Do I get a couple of people in? Maybe. Let's pick up these items first, see what we've got. An old Radiant Life Gem. And we have a chest. Give me your goodies. Ring of Binding and 5 human effigies. 5! That is a pretty big deal. So I picked up a ring. What is this ring? Ring of Binding. Limits HP reduction when hollow. It will not make you human. What is lost is not easily retrieved. But, so when it says it limits our HP reduction, I suppose that means that we're not going to be in a situation like we were earlier on, where we were capped at 50% because we've been dying so much. So it probably raises the cap. Well, seeing as I'm human, I'm going to take the opportunity to maybe summon a couple of people in and see what this boss is all about. Wow, this guy's got a massive sword. Cannot summon it this time. I take it we're limited to two other people. So welcome, Fifth 60. Hello. And we're just waiting for another good friend to join us. This is Zastro, I suppose, with his big sword. Polite, courteous bow, and let's get going and see what we're going to face. Yeah, everyone's with me. I like the armor these guys are wearing, by the way. Oh, so this is the old Dragonslayer, and I reckon that if it's just 3-on-1, we should have no troubles. Oh man, we're absolutely ganking this poor guy. This doesn't look so good. Some dark magic there, perhaps? Yeah, this guy is going down pretty easily. He's not going to last long. As long as I keep alive. Oh no, Zastro! Zastro's down. So it's up to me and Fifth 60 to finish the job. Right, here we go. And he's down. Good job. Cheers, Fifth. Thanks for your help. And we got another chunk of souls for that. Up to nearly 19,000. That should be good for a couple of levels. We've got a new boss soul and a new ring. So that's 2 bosses in relatively quick succession. What do we have through here? Let's have a look at this. What was it? Was it? It was a ring, wasn't it? The old Leo ring strengthens thrust weapons counterattacks. Okay, so if you're using what, like a spear or something like that, I suppose that's good. Or like, what are the other thrust weapons? Like rapiers or something of that nature. Alas, a mace is probably the complete opposite of a thrusting weapon. So, not really any need for me to use it. And the old Dragonslayer soul, reminiscent of a certain knight that appears in old legends. The use of the special soul of the old Dragonslayer to acquire numerous souls or a special item. So, we haven't come across anyone that we can give these boss souls to give us items. Cracked blue eye orb. Yet more of the things. And the Hide Knight Iron Mask and the Tower Shield. So next up, let's take a quick gander at those. What do we got? The Tower Shield. Oh wow, this is a big old shield. It's got much better. Well, I think it's pretty good all round, isn't it? Although I'm not strong enough to use it just yet. There we go. Yeah, that's big. Ah, I quite like it. Is that in fitting with my type of character? Perhaps. You'd like to think of a sort of Crusader Paladin-like character to carry around a big shield. Maybe I use that. Maybe I carry on with the Dragon Lake shield. I don't have the strength to use the Great Shield at the moment, so I'll take it out of my inventory. And what else did I pick up? It was the... what was it? Was it a mask? Yes, it was. The Hide Knight Iron Mask. Oh, this is better than what I'm wearing at the moment. With the exception of a slight reduction in fire resistance, and it is a bigger reduction in lightning resistance, but maybe it's time to change it up. It is quite significantly better than what I'm wearing at the moment. So let's give it a go. What's it look like? Ah, yes. Yeah, I quite like the look of that. I could get used to that quite nicely. Praise the sun, praise the sun. Where's the sun? Saint ahead. So let's talk to this guy.
Transient being. You have obtained proof you are worthy of joining our order. You may call yourself one of us, and are free to plant your roots in this garden of the gods. Be proud. I, Targray, do proclaim from this day you are a Knight of the Blue. Rejoice and bask in your new honor.
Abandon your covenant and join the Blue Sentinels. Ah! Are these the guys that come to help the covenant that I'm already in? If they are, that's pretty cool. So
you are no longer a mere vagabond. You are now a guardian, a Knight of the Blue. Proud Knight, take this.
Guardian Seal.
Wear this ring and shine light upon stone. Then you will hear the voices of the Blue Apostles. Listen for their cries of help and repel the malicious invaders. This is the proud work of the Knights of the Blue, the way they elevate themselves to a higher plane. I'll provide what you need. You may visit me at any time.
Well, I think this is pretty much spot on in terms of what my character is going to be all about.
Targray for help.
I can learn a gesture, a dual bow.
We Knights of the Blue must rely upon one another to achieve our greater goal. Present your token of fidelity to test your strength against other knights. Proud Knight, aim high in all things. We Knights must protect the Apostles of Blue. Never forget this fact, and by your honor, never eschew your training. There are others in this forsaken place who have only a lust for blood. They conspire to ambush Blue Apostles on the road. Knight of the Blue, protect our Apostles from these bloodthirsty brigands. Take pride in your duty as a Blue Knight. Work hard and pursue a higher plane. We Knights of the Blue must rely upon one. Present your...
Yeah, okay, so I've gone through this dialogue already. So yeah, this is kind of befitting my character. He will help out people who are being invaded, I'm guessing is how it works. This guy also has a halberd. Do I want to buy a halberd? And a monastery charm cures poison and restores HP. Interesting. Although at my oh, no. Holy water urn. In the old capital of Mirror, an ancient well-protected spring produces holy water, but the water has been difficult to acquire ever since the Mirror has become embroiled in war. Scalds the skin of undead and hollows. Interesting. Boltstone imbues weapons with lightning or provide lightning reduction to shields. Yeah, okay. I might quite like to do some lightning damage. We'll see if I won't get one just now, I don't think. And he has some spells as well. Emit Force and Heavenly Thunder. Emit lightning bolts in random directions. Scholars bicker over whether this or the original lightning spear. No. Whether this is the original lightning spear or a derivative. Emits a forward moving shockwave. I can afford both of these, so seeing as I'm going to start pumping up my levels of faith, I may as well get both of them. A few more miracles are always going to help.
Pursue your work, Knight of the Blue.
Thank you very much. And I could probably swap out this ring now, can't I? Because I've got another one. Blue Seal or Guardian Seal. So the Way of the Blue, when Apostles of the Blue are invaded, they can receive assistance. And I'm tempted to... It doesn't give me any boost to anything, does it? And the Guardian Seal, it protects each world's master from dark spirits. So if a blue apostle has been invaded, I come to save the day. So it's kind of the opposite of the covenant that I was in to start with. I like the idea of coming to someone's rescue and smiting evil, as it were. And I don't think I've picked up anything else of note, have I? The old Radiant Life gem we picked up. We managed to pick up quite a few goodies out of that little tete-a-tete. Yeah, I still can't see the sun, but it's around the other side. There's an alleyway down here, so let's see what we have down these stairs. Be wary of joy. Ah, we have a bonfire. Visions of despair or victory. Visions of beating to a pulp. Use token of fidelity. I'm not sure. Join sparring match? So is this like an arena type area where we use a token of fidelity and you fight other players? That's quite an interesting idea. I don't think I know the game well enough to do it just now, but at least it's good that there's a bonfire here, at the very least. And what do I want to attune? Do I want to continue to attune Force? I didn't really have a use for it, did I? Maybe I want to put Heavenly Thunder on. Is there anything else I can use? Replenishment? Gradually restores HP. Great Soul Arrow I can't use as far as I know. Heal I've already got. Caressing Prayer. That's the one that purifies things. That might be useful. Force I've not really used. Emit Force I can't use until I have 20 faith. So it staggers foes. It doesn't cause damage. Whereas it looks like Emit Force does cause damage, because it doesn't make a note of the fact that it doesn't. And it requires more faith, so I'd imagine that to be the case. Lightning Spear. See, Lightning Spear I think is what I want to use. And I need a bit more faith to be able to do that. So I suppose we go back to Majula. And say hello to the Emerald Herald again. Maybe go up 1 or 2 levels, hopefully.
Seek the, lest this
3011. We can go up 3 levels. Okay, what do we want to invest in? Health. I'm interested in maybe a little bit more equip loads, because some of the stuff that I want to equip is putting me over that 70% bracket. So maybe include a little bit more vitality. I also see I'm at this stage where I kind of want to level up all sorts of things. Attunement I wouldn't mind leveling up. Adaptability for the extra agility is useful. Also want to up faith. Yeah. The attunement isn't going to get me any extra spells at this point. So maybe I invest the points elsewhere. Choices, choices. Attunement does seem to also up my cast speed. I don't know whether 55 is particularly fast or particularly slow. I don't know what to do. Faith is going to give me some additional... See, the actual bonus damage that you get from this sort of stuff is not huge by investing points in Faith. An extra 2 damage from lightning. It does also up my cast speed as well, so leveling up Faith and Attunement is obviously going to increase your cast speed quite considerably, which I suppose is what you'd expect. If you're leveling up Attunement, you need to level up at least one of the other magic based stats, be it Faith or Intelligence or both. So if it's clear that you're going to be a magic user, then yeah, it makes sense to up your cast speed. See, Intelligence doesn't seem to be giving huge bonuses either. Faith does also have a side benefit of fire damage. So I'm gonna... I kind of want to see what I need for certain spells. What do I need? Replenishment 16. Caressing Prayer 15. Heavenly Thunder 17. So I kind of want to aim towards getting close to 17 because I quite like the idea of that Heavenly Thunder. I've got some souls that I can burn up. So let's utilise these souls that I've picked up and maybe squeeze another level out of things. It's not very many, is it? That has not done that much. It's not made much difference at all. Can I squeak an extra level out of it? Nah. So what was it? Faith, we said I want to try and get it up to 17. I don't think I've got the souls to be able to do that. Although ironically, if I hadn't have bought those spells in the first place, I would have had the souls to level up. It doesn't matter. It all comes out in the wash at the end of the day. Strength actually provides more of a damage boost than anything else, so maybe I just want to put points in strength. That's giving me 2 or 3 extra bonus damage per point, and I'm definitely using my mace more than I am using spells at the minute. Vigor is giving me an extra what, 50 health or so? No, not quite. 30-ish. So, 1 in Vigour, and then Strength or Faith, I suppose. But I kind of want Vitality as well. Is this what I do? I've done that on the basis that the bonus that I'm getting from investing points in Strength is greater than the bonus that I'm getting from investing points in Faith. I know that I will be investing in Faith at the moment, but I haven't really got... I can't level it up enough to get useful spells. I've only got a healing spell really, so until I can get into like Heavenly Thunder and Lightning Spear, which are more offensive spells, then there's not really I just need to make sure that I'm saving up enough souls to be able to do that. I've got a Titanite Shard and a Titanite Slab. Let's see if our good old merchant over here has got any new goods for us. My message has been rated. Did I leave a message? Where did I leave a message?
Oh, hello again. I hope you find...
So, Morglin, what have you got for me? This stuff he already had. He's got some hard leather. Did he have this hard leather gear before? I'm sort of at a point where, because I'm conscious of this 70% burden that you need to stay under to be able to roll effectively, I'm conscious that I'm on the lookout for equipment that can lower my overall burden while still providing a decent amount of protection. And at the moment, I don't really know what that looks like. So I suppose I need to take a check of what I'm wearing and the equip load of it. So 2.8 for the gauntlets that I'm currently wearing. So I'm looking for something that's potentially under 2.8. Yeah, 2.8. Did he have anything of that nature? And then the trousers, the leather boots, they're also 2.8. And I've got some stuff that's lighter than the 2.8, but it really doesn't provide anywhere near as much protection. The Dragonslayer leggings are way out of my range at the moment. So we are looking for gloves that are under 2.8. They're 3.2. No. Falconer boots, they're under... maybe I'm not going to find anything. Maybe I just want to stack up on stuff that I know is... See, that even the hard leather stuff is 3.8 rather than 2.8. It does look like it provides more protection. At the end of the day, I can only buy one thing with the amount of souls that I've got. Do I actually want to purchase anything? The Falconer armour. That scales B.
I do hope I see
and it's much worse than the Dragonslayer, but I'm guessing it's much lighter than the Dragonslayer as well. So the Dragonslayer is 14.5, and don't get me wrong, 195 is beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Do you know what? I'm tempted to buy the Falconer armor, just because I want a little bit of a different look. The infantry armor does nothing for me. And 7.7 is half the weight of what I'm wearing at the moment.
Well, I do hope I see you again.
I'm torn. Maybe I don't need to buy anything. Yeah, it's half the weight. And it looks like it's better than this hollow armor, or you know, my. The surprising thing is, my start of all the gear that I've managed to obtain, my starting gear is actually pretty good. It's a decent weight. It provides a decent amount of protection. The stone armor's just like flat out too heavy. The Dragonslayer is definitely the best that we've got, though.
Well, thank you.
He's got nothing really, from what I can gather. Nothing that is going to provide me with any sort of assistance. I kind of want to see what this Falconer armor looks like.
Thanks very much. And do please come again.
What does the Falconer armor look like? It's not bad. Looks fairly cool. Doesn't look too bad at all. Anyway, sorry. Sorry for that little detour. Where were we? We kind of want to go back to Hyde's Tower of Flame. There's one avenue we haven't explored yet, and I'm assuming this is the way forward. So we'll double check. So where we need to go now, I believe, is down this way. And this is unexplored territory. More spiral staircases. Is there anything hiding around here? Yes, of course there is. It wouldn't be Dark Souls without something subtly hidden around corners that you wouldn't necessarily expect to go down. Monastery Charm, is that for magic, or have we... Oh no, it's the cure poison thing. I thought it might have been one of those chimes that I use for my miracles. So here we go. Oh, we've got another one of these two-handed guys, have we? Man down. I think we're fairly used to fighting these dudes by now. Telegraph you move, clip me on the second hit, and then I can wail on you. Ah. That'll do. So do we have any goodies? Oh, I see something twinkling. Human effigy and dark troches. Soul of a proud knight. And an old knight halberd. Let's take a look at the halberd. Where are we? Ah, old knight halberd. Sometimes, just as things fall to pieces, it unleashes its last flash of great power. So this is another one of those old knight weapons, that old knight pieces of kit that has really low durability. Just like the armour. So, as useful as it might be to use, I think it'd annoy me by consistently breaking. So maybe that's one to pass on. Let's keep going. Into the darkness. Oh, we have another friend. And another one bites the dust. Oh, which direction? Oh. Let's see what's down here first. Anything? No, that looks like a dead end. So let's take on this fella. Another one down. Ah, and this looks like it's the way to go forward. So here's another infamous Dark Souls elevator sequence. Almost as infamous as the Mass Effect lift scenes, and was it the first game, and to an extent the second game. But the first game, man, Mass Effect, those lifts, they did me in. You know, I'm all for utilising any tricks possible to try and cover up loading screens, but that was pretty boring. Sometimes you got some unique dialogue out of your characters, if I remember rightly, but it's been a while since I played Mass Effect actually. It's a great game. great trilogy, to be honest. And I might divide opinion by saying this, but I quite enjoyed Mass Effect 3. I know there was a lot of controversy over the ending, but it was a bloody good game. I especially enjoyed the multiplayer. The multiplayer on Mass Effect 3 was so much more fun than I ever thought it would be. In fact, it was a perfect example of a piece of multiplayer that you thought was going to be tacked onto a game, and in actual fact, it was pretty bloody good. All of the maps were that they released for it were free. They had community weekends where they had challenges that you had to kill a certain type of enemy or use a certain type of weapon. I don't know how many classes there ended up being by the end of Mass Effect 3 in the multiplayer side of things, but I think you start off with about 7 or 8 different classes. But they added so many different classes, different skills, different species, and it was all free. It was all free. Yes, they had the little booster packs that are synonymous with some EA games like Ultimate Team, if you play any of EA Sports franchises, where you could pay for packs if you want, but they just dropped weapons and slight boosts. If you were good at the game and you were leveled up significantly, you did fine in the multiplayer. It was only if you were trying the real harder levels that you were more reliant on your equipment. It was good. It was good. Anyway, we've picked up this knight armor. So the game seems to be throwing us new and interesting items with reckless abandon at the minute. So I just quite like to check out what these things look like. And I'll be honest with you, this knight gear looks pretty cool. I wonder if this is the same knight gear that you can pick up from the merchant in Majula. Maybe it is. I'm still rolling at a good rate. Why not keep this on for a while? Yeah, the rolling isn't that fast. And things might get interesting if there's enemies around here because we're in water, which is slowing us down somewhat. And these things have got secret walls written all over them, but obviously FromSoft knew that was going to be something that people would think of, and so they're thinking, nah, we're not gonna have secret walls here. It's far too obvious. And where's this place? Ah, we've got a bonfire, and we have a strange lady.
What is it? I don't... Things are better that way.
Sorry, I skipped a bit of a conversation there.
You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. But you... I'm called Lucatil. From the land of Mira to the far east, across the mountains. They say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls. And so I came to claim my share. But what a strange place. Even the rumors did not prepare me. You are an odd one indeed. I've always made a point of avoiding people, while you've made a point of engaging me. I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require assistance, I will help you. I come from Mira, a land of knights. My sword is always ready. Don't hesitate to call upon me. Whatever happens, I won't be missed. You are an odd one in... Well, you've made a... I can see... I come from...
Okay, that looks like that's all the conversation that we'll get out of her. But it sounds like she's another one of these NPCs that we can perhaps summon later on in the game. I'm going to leave it there. It seems like an appropriate place to leave it. So thanks ever so much for watching. We've beaten another boss in today's episode, and we've picked up lots of new and interesting items to keep us engaged. So we'll check out the rest of this area in the next couple of episodes and see where we go from there. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.